Hello, welcome back to our channel. My name is Paula, and no, I don't have any makeup on because I'm going to do all of my makeup from a company called Farmasi. And it may not be the same Farmasi as a lot of you know, and I'm going to spell it up here. It's F-A-R-M-A-S-I. So if you want to see how I do my face with all of my makeup from Farmasi, keep watching. If you're new to our channel or you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. I did a morning routine skincare and I showed you some of the Farmasi items that I have. I will leave a link to that one right there. Today I'm going to do some of my makeup with my Farmasi, so we're going to get ready with me. One of the things I showed you in my morning routine is the Age Reversant Rich Moisturizer Dr. C Tuna that I got from Farmasi. I started to run out of it, and I'm one of those that I don't want to waste some of this product. Twist and it opens up, and then you squirt it out. Well, I wanted to see how much was still left in there. So, look, none. Because of how this is made, it pumps out nearly all of the product. So you are wasting none of the product. A friend of mine, Cindy Bennett, did a party for her daughter, Julie Davis. And in that, I went ahead and became what they call a beauty influencer. I don't want to just sell this stuff, and I don't want to become one of those that goes out and tries to get people to buy it or get people under me to sell it. But the reason why I did that is because you can join for $19.99 one-time fee. You never have to pay that $19.99 again. It is one time as long as you're there. You do have to buy products for a certain length of time, but that's so easy to do, and you don't have to buy like hundreds of dollars worth of it, just a few things. Then you get all of the product for 50% off. That's huge. So like this moisturizer right here, if you were to just buy that from the company, it would be $29.90. But if you have already paid your $19.99, you can get it for $14.95. Yes, you can sign up under me, but if you're like me, we're not going to make any money off of it other than saving 50%, but I do have a link below that you can join through me. I'm not going to hound you to become a top seller, a seller at all. I am only buying things for myself. I'm not buying it for anybody else. I'm not offering it to anybody else. Well, I might if they ask. I'm going to use all of the things that I have from Farmasi on my face today to get ready, and then I'm going to tell you how much they would be if they were normal price and how much I paid at 50% off. Now, I don't have a lot in my collection from Farmasi yet, and so I'm not sure how much of it I will buy, but there are a few things that I really do like, and so those are the ones that I'm going to show you today. So the first thing I really like from them is their VX Pro Camera Ready Perfecting Makeup Primer. Mineralizes pores and lines. When I first started using this, and it's clear, I can tell you that I was putting way too much on, and it started kind of flaking. You do not need a whole lot, just a little bit. This face primer, $8.90 if you just bought it, but if you pay your fee and you get it for $4.45, and it lasts a long time, no more than what you use. And I really do like it. It goes on smooth and soft, and I also like their eye primer. It's a cream, and it would be $5.45 or $10.90 if you paid the the $19.99. I put it on top, and I don't know if this is something anybody else does or if it's just something that I do and it's not good. I shouldn't be doing it, but since I put eyeshadow, I've been starting to put eyeshadow underneath my eyes right here. I've been putting a little bit of eye primer down there, because then that way it should stay a little bit more. And I do just use my finger for the eye primer. Okay, so there's all of my primers. And I have two different foundations that I've used from them. This is the VFX Pro Camera Ready foundation, and this would be $24.90, or if you signed up it would be $12.45. And I also have then the Stay Matte Mineral Enriched Pore Minimizer one, and this one $12.90, or it would cost you $6.45. And I like both of them. It just depends on which one I choose that day, and sometimes I mix them together to get a different kind of color. So I'm going to use just one of my e.l.f. makeup sponges. Now, Farmasi does sell makeup brushes and so supplies that you would need or use. So I put some on there, and then I'm just going to start patting it. I should have put my hair back, but I didn't. Do you make faces when you're doing your makeup? I don't know that I could do my makeup without making faces. You'll get to see all that when I do some of my eye stuff. Now don't forget to kind of blend it into your neck. See, it's pretty good coverage. Covering up my red. Sorry, my eyes are red. I'm getting ready to have some LASIK surgery or cataract surgery to get my early onset cataracts removed on Tuesday. Filming this on Friday. So there's what that looks like. There's some pretty good coverage there. Sometimes I would go in and put another coat on, but you don't need to. You can tell that it covered up my redness, and I think it looks fine. Now, the next thing that they have that I really like is their blush. And I really do like their blush because it is really smooth and soft. It comes in a little container like this. So this is this one. This one is called Love Letter. It is $9.90. If you join, it would be $4.95. And for $4.95 for a blush, you know, you could buy several of them. There's several different colors they have. Some of them are matte, some of them have a little bit of glitter in it. Now this is my favorite one, and you'll be able to tell that it is one of my favorite ones. I even have another one for this one for a backup, and it's called Pink Lily. Okay, so I'm going to use Love Letter. These are very pigmented, so start with just a little on your brush, and then if you want more, you can build up. But don't start with a lot, or you're gonna get way more coverage, way more color than you want, because you can tell I barely put any on there, and I've already got quite a bit on there. I'm just gonna buff that in. Now they do have a powder, but I do not have any of that powder. Okay, so I use two different powders depending on what kind of coverage I want or what I'm using it for. Right now I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent powder, and I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. So, and sometimes I just like to use a big fluffy brush of some type to just kind of put some on just a little bit, just to kind of set what I've already done. So that's what I did, and I had already had a little bit of the Wet n Wild, the translucent on there. Okay, so they also have Terracotta Blush Powder. I look at it more as a highlighter, and then instead of necessarily a blush. Now I may not be putting this on in the exact order that I normally would be putting it on. I'm new to this, get ready with me in front of the camera, so bear with me. So I would just take a little bit of that powder, don't want too much. I'm just going to highlight right here. See how that highlights right there? Put a little bit on this side. Now my blush already had a little bit of glitter, or my blush already had a little bit of shimmer in it, so I don't want to get too much. A little bit right here, my nose, a little bit of that translucent powder, a little bit right there. So that's that. Now normally I would do a little bit of contour with either I have some that's kind of like a crayon, that's kind of like a crayon, or I have some that's a powder. I do a little bit of contour, but since I'm trying to use just as much of the Farmasi as I can, I'm going to stick with it. Now they do have some contour palettes and some items that you can buy. I haven't gotten any of those, so I don't know prices or anything, but you could always get on and look if you want to. So in the terracotta blush, It's quite a bit bigger than the regular blush. This is the regular blush, and then this is the terracotta one. And the terracotta one now is the one that I use as a highlighter. They do have highlighting contour palettes, but I just thought this was going to be a good one for contour. This would be $27.90 or $13.95 if you were to join. So that's pretty much my face. Now I'm going to work on my eyes. Farmasi does not yet have a whole lot of different colors in their eyeshadows. I do have some. They have cream and they have powder. The ones that I have are cream. The first one is called Green Bean, and you can tell that I've been using it. Now these would be $12.90 or $6.45 if you were to join. And the second one is called Orange Pop. Now I bought the Orange Pop just because I wear a lot of orange, because I am an online teacher for VIPKid. If you're interested in what VIPKid is or becoming a VIPKid teacher, I'll put a link to that right there. So I've already put my eye primer on. Since those are the only two that I have, I'm going to go ahead and use another palette that is Rude. And I got this in a Glitz Glam Build Your Own box. And I will put a link to my video on that one when I was unboxing it. So I'm just going to use this first color right here, this light color, as an all over on my eyes. I have just lately gotten into doing more makeup and getting more makeup. Been doing some makeup box unboxings. So this is all still pretty new to me, like I say, so I may not be doing some of it right, and if I'm not, oh well. I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not sure exactly how I would do that. So, okay, so now with that, I am going to go ahead and use the Orange Pop. I think I'm just going to use one of these brushes and get some. And I have hooded eyes, so instead of going in my crease, I go on top of my crease, just barely, because then that's where I put my color, because then when I blend up, I won't run out of space, but then you can still see my color when my eyes are open. Because if I just did it in my crease with my hooded eyes, then you can't see my color. So that's why I do that. So I'm just going to keep blending and pushing that color around. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of come down a little bit right here towards the corner of my eye. I'm going up a little bit more still. Now I am going to take my finger, and I'm just going to kind of blend it into there, right there. Okay, there you go. Blend it a little bit right here. I'm going to get a little bit more color because I just want to come in right here in a V. Blend it with my finger in. See how that is. And I know it says Orange Pop, but it really isn't orange. I think it's more of a, I don't know what color. So I'm going to do my other eye. Like once before, I kind of see where my crease is. I go on top of it so that you can see it even though my eyes open and I have that hooded. Because if you have hooded and you put it just in that crease, you're going to not see your eye. Or you're not going to see your eye color because that your eye lid, it's got to kind of, it's got to hide it. It's always hard to make both eyes look the same. I don't guess they have to be perfect as long as they look pretty similar. Look pretty similar on the top there. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit more. Come in here on this. Right here. Make a little V. My finger, I know some people don't like to use their finger, but sometimes I think the finger gets better job. Okay. There we go. I think I'll leave it like that. And quit messing with it. And since we are trying to use most of the Farmasi stuff, I'm going to go ahead and use the Green Bean. I'm just going to go right in here on the lid. I'm just using that same brush. Just right in here on that lid. Didn't get quite enough, so you can always add more. It's harder to take away. See, there's the green bean. And they really don't look too bad together. My eyes are kind of hazel, but when I wear green and things that tend to do that, they make them look really green. So this will make them look green. There we go. So that's the eyeshadow. Since that's all the eyeshadow that I have, once again I'm going to go in with some others that I've gotten. Now I'm going to use a little bit of this Too Faced Natural Matte. So if you'll see all these colors, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this one over here that's called Heaven. Put some on this different little brush that I have. And, sorry, get my hair out of the way a little bit. I'm going to go right up here on the top and just add a little bit of that lighter color. And then I'm going to go into the orange pop and kind of blend it in. Doesn't do much other than just kind of give a little color. Ooh, got a lot there. Let's see what I can do with that. Give a little bit of highlight is what it's really kind of doing. So, okay, so from this same palette and with a brush like this, I'm going to take this one that's called Risky Biz. I'm going to go right up next to my eyeline. I will show you here in a minute a liquid eyeliner from Farmasi, and I will be very honest with you and transparent, I don't like it, and that's why I have not been using it. So it gets in my eyes, and then my eye looks like it's got all black, and I just don't like that. So I just go with that little Risky Biz right there next to my eyeline. And having hooded eyes, I didn't realize how much that using eyeliner up there was causing less area for you to get your color on. And this, I mean, I'm even rubbing it right into my lashes, so it is right in the lash line. Okay, so I will show you this liquid liner I got. It's like a marker eyeliner. Watch it for you. And see, it just, I don't know, I didn't do it right. I should have done it more like, let me do it like if I was going to do a line. It'd be great if you're not trying to do a wing or something, but it just wasn't working for me. Okay, and let me tell you how much those would be. $16.90, or if you joined, it would be $8.45. Now, I did get this glitter eyeliner. I got black, extreme black, and it's also liquid. It would be $10.90 or $5.45, and it has a little applicator like this. It looks like this. This one right here. Now, even though this one is liquid, I would tell you that I do like this one. This one stays put and it goes on good. So I'm going to put it on the bottom underneath right here. Normally, I would be going in with that Risky Biz dark color and just running that, see how that goes, running that color underneath. But since I do like this one and it's from Farmasi and that's what we're doing, I wanted to go ahead and use it. And this is where I make those funny faces. I ask you, have you ever heard of this Farmasi? I know a lot of you have heard of the other Farmasi. It's a different brand. See how that is? Got a little bit thicker on this side. But see that it stays and it doesn't get in my eyes and it doesn't run in my eyes. So I'm okay with this one. It is one of the liquid ones that I will use. I don't use a lot of brands of liquid. I just don't. But the glitter, for some reason, from Farmasi just works really good and I like it. So I recommend it. Now, with this same little brush that I had earlier that I put the Risky Business up here with, I'm going to go in with the green bean. I'm going to get just a little bit out of the lid of the eyeshadow. I'm going to go, and I've now had that other eyeshadow on, but I'm just going to go right underneath here, right along that, just a little bit in. Let's bring that color down a little bit. See how it kind of comes down a little bit? Just adds a little bit extra to your bottom part here. I've been learning all this, girls. I didn't know all this, but I've been watching a lot of other YouTube channels and been learning kind of things to do, what to do to help hooded eyes, what to do to help mature skin. Now you will notice that I did not do what some of the ones called bake. or put the powder, set the powder right here. And that's because I am more of a mature woman and I do have wrinkles and things here. I tried it and it really settled in there and it looked bad. And so I've stopped doing it and I'm happy with it. I've tried it, didn't like it, done, over with. Farmasi also has eyeliner pencils and the pomade in the little jars. I don't have any of that. Later I'll do my eyeliner, later I'll do my eyebrows. I just have a pencil, an e.l.f. pencil that I use. I'm gonna do my eyebrows and I just am using this e.l.f. one that I have. I haven't ventured out to try different ways to do mine. Then I just take the little spoolie in and just kind of blend it all in so it still looks natural, but it makes it a little bit darker. Put product on your eyebrows. I used to not, but I realized that just how much of a difference it made to just have that little bit of color in your eyebrows. It really shocked me to notice that it really made that big of a difference. The next thing is mascara. And from Farmasi, I have this Zen. It's called Zen Extension Mascara. It would normally be $8.90, or if you joined, it would be $4.45. I love it. This is great. So I make horrible faces when I do my mascara. So I'm going to do my mascara off camera and then I'll come back. Okay, now I'm back. I went ahead and did my mascara, and this is just one coat, and it does build up. You could go back. I just wanted to do one coat so you could kind of see what it looked like. I did go ahead and do my lipstick while I was off camera too. I do not have any of the Farmasi lipstick, so I can't tell you exactly how that is. I used the Tarte Sugar Rush Sugar Coat in the color Sprinkle. And on top of it then I used this Tarte H2O gloss, and it is in the color Below Deck. This is what I had that was with the Farmasi. Now if you liked any of the Farmasi and you do want to buy, you can use my link below. If you just want to sign up for the $19.99 and then buy all of yours on your own for 50% off, that would be great too. But trust me, I will not hound you to become a salesperson for them, because I'm not. Thanks for watching. And as always, be the beauty you are meant to be. Thank you. Bye.